My first question to you, Niels Christian Nielsen, alias Kim Davy, is why are you choosing to speak out now?
I'm under the danger of being extradited to India as a terrorist. I don't feel I'm a terrorist. I have not done anything to harm anyone. I've, on the contrary, done things to protect people from communist terror, state-sponsored terror. And I've kept my silence in all those years, 15 years, but now political forces in India are coming out to reach at me again, as they did 15 years ago. And I feel it's time to set the record straight.
So tell me, and I will call you Kim Davy because you're known as Kim Davy across the country. Tell me, who were these arms meant for? This Purulia arms drop. Who were these arms meant for and for what purpose? Who commissioned the arms drop?
The arms were meant for self-protection. It is my complete conviction that if I was tried in a court of law about the legality of dropping arms to protect people against state-sponsored communist terror, I would clear my name, because it was legal defense against decades of murder, torture, rape by the CPIM in West Bengal. I have seen friends being butchered in front of my eyes for so many years, and all I did was to work for the betterment of the rural people of West Bengal. For 15 years, I worked my every waking hours to better the circumstances of the poorest of the poor in West Bengal. But the atrocities committed by the communists simply became too much when too many friends were tortured to death. So we had to defend ourselves against these attacks, and that was the whole background of the Purulia arms drop.
Well, I don't know if everyone's going to buy that argument, but tell me, who sent you? My question to you was, who commissioned this arms drop? And were there any Indians involved?
Of course there were Indians involved. There were political forces in the center who saw it as there have been for years MPs who had seen the atrocities committed against the people of Purulia district, and who had 24 MPs had signed a petition to the president to intervene to try to protect these people. Nothing happened. And finally, central government saw and approved the plans to arm the defense of these innocent people.
Name the people. Can you name the people?
I can tell you as much as that RAW, the Research and Analysis Wing of India, was informed by external forces and approved of the arms drop months in advance of the arms drop.
Which external forces?
The communication was between the British intelligence MI5 and RAW. There was a British ex-intelligence officer on board the plane. The Indian authorities knew the flight plan, the peoples on board, the cargo, the drop zone, everything was known well in advance and approved well in advance.
You are saying that the Indian government knew and authorized this arms drop over Indian territory by you?
I'm saying that there were political forces in the center in Delhi who saw it as an opportune way to further their political agenda. You must remember that we are talking ancient history here, but in 1988, Center introduced presidential rule in Tripura after engaging in supplying arms to different rebel groups there. The same strategy was announced publicly in the beginning of the 90s, that there was a desire to introduce presidential rule in West Bengal, and therefore it was seen as a furthering of this agenda that arms were procured to protect local people.